Hey everyone, welcome back to Two Wheel Trends, where we bring you the latest and most detailed reviews of bikes that are creating a buzz in the motorcycling world. Today, we're diving deep into a highly anticipated model, a bike that's been making waves in 2025, the Kawasaki Ninja 300. This bike has been a fan favorite for years, particularly among entry-level sport bike enthusiasts, and Kawasaki has made some exciting upgrades in this 2025 version. We'll be covering everything you need to know from the design, engine, and performance to the pricing so you can decide if this is the right bike for you. So, without further ado, let's get started. First things first, let's talk about the look of the 2025 Ninja 300. Kawasaki has kept the design sharp and aggressive, staying true to the Ninja lineup's racing DNA. But if you take a closer look, you'll notice a lot of refinements that make this model stand out from its predecessors. Starting at the front, Kawasaki has gone with a much sleeker headlight design. The twin headlights are now LED, offering better visibility while giving the bike a modern, almost futuristic look. The front fairing is sharper than before, with more aggressive angles that make it look meaner and even more aerodynamic. Kawasaki has done a great job here. It's not just about aesthetics, it's about function too. The windscreen is adjustable, allowing you to customize your riding experience, whether you're out for a casual city ride or pushing the bike's limits on the highway. Now, moving to the side profile, this is where the Ninja 300 sport bike heritage really shines. Kawasaki has kept the signature angular bodywork that makes the Ninja family recognizable at first glance, but they've added a few more curves and contours for better aerodynamics and rider comfort. One of the most noticeable changes is the updated graphics and color schemes for 2025. Kawasaki is offering some stunning new paint jobs, including the classic lime green and black combo, but with more intricate detailing and a bit of metallic flair. There's also a matte black option for those who prefer a stealthier, more understated look. The trellis frame is still visible, and it not only looks fantastic, but it's also lightweight and provides excellent handling and balance. The 2025 Ninja 300 continues to use an alloy chassis, keeping the weight down and making it a breeze for riders to maneuver through tight corners or urban streets. The side fairings have been redesigned slightly to offer better airflow and cooling for the engine, especially during those hot summer rides. Kawasaki has cleverly integrated this without making the bike look bulky or awkward. If you look closely, you'll also notice that the fuel tank has been sculpted more ergonomically. It has a capacity of around 17 liters, which gives you a pretty decent range before needing to stop for fuel. The shape of the tank allows for a comfortable tuck, especially if you're on the taller side. As we come around to the back, you'll see that Kawasaki hasn't skimped on design here either. The rear end is sharp and compact, with an LED tail light that complements the overall sleek look of the bike. The seat setup is still a split design, with a fairly comfortable seat for the rider, though, like many sport bikes, the pillion seat isn't exactly the most luxurious. But hey, this bike is more about the rider's experience, and the seat does provide good enough comfort for shorter rides. The tail section is slim, which adds to that race-ready vibe the Ninja is known for. The bike also comes with a stylish, lightweight exhaust that gives off a nice, throaty rumble without being obnoxiously loud. Now, let's pop the hood, metaphorically speaking, and take a look at the heart of the 2025 Ninja 300. The engine. Kawasaki has stuck with the tried and tested 296cc parallel twin engine, but it's been refined for better fuel efficiency and smoother power delivery. One of the standout features of this engine is how responsive it feels, especially when you're riding in the city or on twisty back roads. It's liquid-cooled, so even during those longer rides or in traffic-heavy conditions, you won't have to worry too much about overheating. The engine produces around 39 horsepower at 11,000 rpm and 27 Nm of torque at 10,000 rpm. Now, these numbers may not sound incredibly high, especially compared to some of the bigger bikes in Kawasaki's lineup, but trust me, for a 300cc machine, the Ninja 300 packs a punch. Whether you're a beginner looking to get into sport riding or an experienced rider wanting a lightweight, fun bike for everyday commuting, This engine won't disappoint. It's also compliant with the latest emission standards, so you're not sacrificing performance for environmental consciousness. When you get on the Ninja 300 and twist the throttle, the power delivery is smooth and linear. Kawasaki has worked on improving the throttle response, and you can really feel it when you're out on the road. The bike feels eager to accelerate, and although it's not going to blow you away with sheer speed, it's quick enough to put a smile on your face. In fact, one of the great things about this engine is that it's forgiving for new riders but still engaging enough for more experienced ones. The gearbox is a 6-speed unit, and Kawasaki has included a slipper clutch, which helps prevent rear wheel lockup during aggressive downshifting, is something that comes in handy, especially if you're riding on twisty or hilly roads. In terms of performance, the Ninja 300 strikes a really nice balance. It's not an intimidating bike, but it's fast enough to be exciting. You can comfortably cruise on the highway at around 120 km per hour, and it can push closer to 160 km per hour if you really want to test its limits. But what's more impressive is how well it handles in corners. The bike feels stable and planted, thanks in part to the 37mm telescopic front forks and a uni-track rear suspension setup. These are not high-end components, but they do a fantastic job for a bike in this class. The suspension is tuned on the softer side, which means it can soak up most of the bumps and potholes you will encounter on city streets, but it's also stiff enough to give you good feedback when you're carving through corners. One thing that stands out about the Ninja 300 is how user-friendly it is. The seat height is around 785mm, making it accessible for shorter riders, and the overall ergonomics are more relaxed compared to more aggressive sport bikes. The handlebars are positioned slightly higher, and the foot pegs aren't too rear set, so you can ride comfortably for longer distances without feeling too cramped or hunched over. Another area where the Ninja 300 shines is its braking setup. Kawasaki has equipped the bike with a 290mm front disc and a 220mm rear disc, both of which offer solid stopping power. The brakes are sharp but not overly aggressive, which is a good thing for newer riders who might still be getting used to handling a bike. Kawasaki has also included dual-channel ABS as standard on this model, which adds an extra layer of safety and confidence, especially when riding in wet or slippery conditions. Now let's talk about one of the most important factors for many potential bikers: pricing. The 2025 Kawasaki Ninja 300 is priced at around $5,500 to $6,000, depending on the variant and any optional extras you choose. This places it in the sweet spot for entry-level sport bikes, making it an attractive option for those who are just starting out or looking for a budget-friendly second bike. You're getting a lot of value for your money here, considering the performance, build quality, and Kawasaki's reputation for reliability. In terms of running costs, the Ninja 300 is quite economical. With the fuel-efficient engine, you can expect to get around 25 to 28 km/L, depending on your riding style. Servicing costs are also relatively low, and Kawasaki's wide dealership network means spare parts are easy to find, and maintenance is straightforward. To sum it all up, the 2025 Kawasaki Ninja 300 is a fantastic bike for anyone looking for a versatile, fun, and reliable sport bike that doesn't break the bank. It's ideal for beginners, thanks to its approachable power delivery and comfortable ergonomics, but it's also engaging enough for more experienced riders who want something light and nimble for daily rides or weekend blasts through the countryside. Kawasaki has made some thoughtful updates to the design, engine, and overall package, ensuring that the Ninja 300 stays competitive in the ever-growing 300cc segment. And that wraps up our detailed review of the 2025 Kawasaki Ninja 300. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and click the bell icon to stay updated with the latest in the world of two wheels. Let us know in the comments what you think of the new Ninja 300. Would you pick one up? Thanks for watching, and until next time, ride safe.